Are y'all alright? I know y'all nerves bad. Y'all good? Y'all alright? I done lost 8 subscribers. What's up, everybody? It is Monday, September 9th, the first day of professional development for my extended day job, or yeah, that's how I'm gonna call it for y'all's sake. I'll explain what that is a little bit later, but yeah, what was I gonna say? So I'm getting ready for that, so I can't vlog too long, but I went shopping this weekend. I got an extra pillow for my student center. I figured it'd be cool for them to lay down. So I got this. I picked this up at Walmart. Shout out to my mom who actually bought this for me. And then I got 2 balls. Last year I bought 2 balls from Five Below. I had one that was like multicolored. It almost looked tie-dye. And then I had one that, you guys look a little crooked. And then I had one that was a regular kickball, like this. Just like this, in fact. But I don't know where it went. And when you let people borrow stuff, it doesn't get returned. And I'm not blaming my teacher friends. I think it's the students, because the students would play with it, and sometimes it got back to me, sometimes it got left, so I don't know. But anyway, I started the year with 2 balls, as I do every year, and then by the end of the year they get lost. So I'm going to write my name on these, even though I wrote my name on my other ones, and they still got lost. But I'm going to be more careful with these. This is the indoor ball. I thought it was cool. My godson picked this out because we play tennis, and he was like, we should play with this. So I kind of do want to try it, but I don't think it'll work as well as I'm thinking in my head. But this is going to be the indoor ball that I might let them take outside to play catch or something. But also I'm afraid the grass might stick to this fabric because it's kind of, it's that kind of material where grass would really stick to it. So, and then of course this is the dodgeball / kickball. So, and I also got me a poster from Five Below. It's a Stitch poster. I bought one last year, if you recall, in one of my vlogs. I put it in there. But when I took it down at the end of the year, it ripped. The corner of it ripped. And I was being as careful as possible because I'm a teacher, so I know that you try to make all of these posters that I have in my room last as long as possible. Like, I need it. If I can get at least 10 years out of them, I'm gonna try, but I know that's a stretch. I might get 5. But yeah, I was taking it down and it was coming apart. So yeah, but anyway, I got to go. My trainings are done. I spent the weekend. We had a Hurricane Dorian. Really, it was more like a thunderstorm with a lot of wind without the thunder. So really, it was a windy rain situation we had going on. Here in North Carolina, we did not get hit as bad as Florida, and of course not near as bad as the Bahamas. The Bahamas is pretty devastating, but my church and churches in the community are doing an incredible job, like providing support. I'm really proud of the way everyone has already stepped up. It literally just happened like 2 or 3 days ago, and churches are already sending stuff, and people are already bringing stuff in at my church. So it's just amazing to see everybody coming together. That makes me feel good. Yeah, we're in the middle of that, and I don't know, I haven't heard if we're doing anything here yet, but I'm sure we are, because this campus is always doing something for the community. It's one of the things I love about our director, is he's just so involved in the community. So yeah, I don't know what they're going to do here. I'll ask them about that. But long story short, we had a hurricane, so my week was cut short last week. I only worked 2 days, and then the rest of the week was cut off. So I spent that time at home getting ready for today. And it is going to be a busy, busy day. So I am going to talk to y'all later, because I got to go. And I also got some speakers, because as I said in my last video, a teacher last year borrowed my equipment to my smartboard, and I never got it back. So my smartboard doesn't work, but really I only use it for the speakers anyway. So I went and bought me some computer speakers, so now I have some for my computer. But anyway, now I'm going to go because I got to go. Otherwise, I would talk to y'all all day. But there's more to life than YouTube. You can't be a YouTube teacher and not do your teacher job. Because then I'm just going to be a YouTuber, a broke one, because I'll be fired and unemployed. That's not cool. So I'll talk to y'all later. Y'all see, look, Mr. Ingram is here. I will be more energetic, but I'm tired. I don't even know if y'all looking at Mr. Ingram. Are y'all looking at Mr. Ingram?
It might be your foot here.
He back there somewhere. He came to visit. And then Miss Reese is over there spreading dirt. Let me tell y'all what she did. She was sitting right over. That's what she was doing. Y'all see that?
She was paging E.T. Her alien friends.
That's what happened when you got allergies and your throat itches. Your whole throat back there.
Not throat. She said
come in
your
peace.
throat. Not your throat, your throat.
We come in peace.
throat.
Have no fear. We come in peace.
That's so ratchet.
My throat was.
You could tell it's the end of the day because we had no energy. Wait, let me get my phone because my camera's still broken, so I can't see. I gotta make sure. See, that's called something rigged that I can't say. But you can use your imagination for the first part.
Ninja!
But today was not. It wasn't productive. I did not get what I was saying was before Miss Reese walked in and interrupted my vlog. Now she back there, huh?
She aiming like it. God, aiming like.
But I did not get to do my presentations, any of them. No one learned anything today because we got interrupted by administration. That's what happened. Because we thought it would be better to plan and strategize marketing campus-wide instead of learning how we can better educate the kids who are going to be here next week.
Next week, huh?
Mm-hmm. And then we got open house tomorrow, and we did not plan open house. We don't know. We do know there's no food, even though we plan for food. There's no food, and we don't even know where the parents are gonna meet. But some point or another, they're gonna come down to the classrooms and meet the teachers. But as of right now, we're gonna be meeting outside because we can't meet in the cafeteria because they buffed the floor.
Are you serious?
Anyway, that was my day. I'm not disappointed anymore because Mr. Ingram has come and lifted my spirit.
Hey, yeah, bye.
He got me at 50%, and when I stop by Bojangles, that's gonna get me to the other 50%. Cause my stomach is in there. We didn't have lunch today, so yeah, that was my day. A mad Monday, and I'm very disappointed right now because I can't hear the teacher. I couldn't sleep last night. I was so excited about today because I like this. This is what I do for a living, and then I didn't do it.
And it seemed like it would go so well.
And
all prepared.
So
my
organized.
presentations were so beautiful. And that's how much we got. You see that X? That's how much we got done. The X stands for none. Like my.
Nada, nunca. Zilch.
But I shall not be mad because I'm not gonna let nothing steal my joy.
Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Yeah. Woo. Praise him. Give him a bite biscuit.
Hallelujah.
Yes. Okay, I'll go home now. I'm trying to be nice. Let Ms. Reed finish whatever she. Ooh, I got dizzy doing that. But that's how you know you're getting old. You get dizzy, you move too fast, you just walk too fast and get dizzy. Like, oh, I feel lightheaded. Let's slow down.
No.
Anyway, I'm getting ready to kick them out because they don't want to go home. Mr. Ingram worked all day today. I don't even know how he's still awake because I know he got up early this morning. He
This morning when I roll, yeah. Woo, that's up. All right, praise him.
It's time to go home. Okay, I'm going home.
I felt like running. I felt like walking. Yes, sir.
And then he
Still walking alone. Woo!
Did you throw that book? I gotta go.
and then
Oh my God.
and then he gonna do.
I'm back.
He gotta do a reprise. How you gonna do a reprise?
Y'all thought the song was over.
I thought it was over.
Y'all thought the song
Oh
was
my
over.
God. Okay, I'm going home.
Oh my
It's
God.
a wrap.
That was just
Thank.
rehearsal.
Oh boy, that's so
He
funny.
threw this at me. He threw it.
That's so
This is
funny.
anointed. I feel it in the body.
Listen.
Oh Jesus.
My blessing came back. Ah.
Oh hallelujah.
Woo!
Okay. I'm going home. Night night, everybody.
Coming back.
Done. I'm going home. Good night.
Blessing done came full circle.
What's up, everybody? It is Tuesday, 11/27. We have professional development today, but training doesn't start until 2. And then we have open house later on at 4. So we have 2-hour training, then open house. At 1 o'clock, I have a meeting with the principal of the school in which I serve. I teach 4th and 5th grade here, Study Skills, and my kids come from a host school is what I refer to it as, and they come here for basically after school extended day, and we work on some stuff here. We do homework from other classes, and then on top of that I teach, again, Study Skills, digital citizenship, and social science. We're going to cover all of that between now and May. So I'm going to meet with that principal to see how I can be of service to her at that school, because I want to work within her building to kind of maybe work with her teachers, because my students have me here. I like to meet with their teachers there and pay them a visit every so often, about once or twice a week, and make sure the students that I have in my class are doing well there, or if there's anything maybe the teacher sees a struggle or needs some more support with that student in that area, then I reinforce whatever was taught in class when they come to my class, and we go from there. So yeah, I'm going to meet with the principal there today to see what I can do, how I can do it, and how often. And then I'm going to come back here, and by that time it'll be time to start training. Miss Reese will be starting our training today, and then we have open house. Then I'll be going home. So I'm actually probably going to stay late today because I need to get ready for tomorrow, because I will be training all day tomorrow. So I got to make sure, sorry, you guys look crooked, but I got to make sure all my stuff is together because I won't have time to do it tomorrow, being that tomorrow's a full day of training. So what else? I get my new badge from the district today. They changed all of the badges, some update. They were supposed to do it, I guess, over the summer, then they waited late, so now they changed it, and I have to go by my school and pick that up. This year is a little bit different. Those of you who know me or watched from last year, you know I was working at an early college and here. I am no longer at the early college. I am, I jokingly say, a fake administrator, but what I do is I'm still doing professional development or professional learning coordinator at the other district in which I work at, and then I come here after that. So basically my day starts about 6. I walk into the building by 7, and then I leave right after lunch, which is right around 12:30, between 12:30 or 12:50 I am permitted to leave campus. So I leave there, then I come here and I do the extended day program here. So I love it. I'm passionate about it. So there I am considered an administrator, but I'm not an administrator. Really, I'm a glorified instructional coach. And then I don't just do professional development or professional learning for teachers or to support teachers. I also, how can I put it? I'm like the class chair for the senior class, but I do that in the form of an advisor, because they have, of course, a student class chair, like the president, vice president, and then the people, your potential valedictorians and all of that stuff. But then they also have teacher seats where we serve as advisors or mentors. So I am the mentor for the dual credit, because I also lead and oversee the university dual credit courses, also known as UDCC, along with my assistant principal, Miss Benford. And then we got a couple other teachers who serve within that department as well. I think it's 2. I just got one. Coach Council is supposed to start, I think, next week. And then Miss Sweat is also on board, and then it's another one. I got another new lady who's coming. So Coach Council is a student teacher, but he'll be in the form of PE, but he's working with us for the term of his student teaching. So while he's student teaching at our campus, he's also going to be helping with university dual credit courses. And because He's a college student himself. When Miss Benford asked me if we wanted him, I was like, oh, that's great, because he's a senior in college and he's almost done and they're about to go in. So I thought it would be a good fit. And he's a student athlete too. So I'm like, yeah, that's perfect. So I'm really excited about him joining us. And Miss Sweat started with us this year. She is a first year. And it's another lady, I think her name is Miss Battle. She's what we call Wolverine Success. Wolverine is our mascot, and she's in the Success program. It's like a student study hall created for students to either bridge the gap or help other students. So we also do STS, which is students teaching students. So they help students who may be weaker in the area. So they come during lunch or after school or before school, and they do that. So she is one of the teacher mentors for that department, on our campus. So yeah, it is a lot going on. So that is my new job. I do miss the early college already, because high school is not what I wanted to go back to after teaching it. But I actually started out at when it first opened, and I really loved it. And actually, I shouldn't have said the name, because my principal said we can't do that just yet, because we don't have district approval to advertise school stuff. So I'm gonna bleep out that name. But I've been here for a while, and I love that school. I was there when it first opened a few years back. That's where I taught world religions, biblical typology, and biology 1 and 2. And then after that, I left. I only taught there a semester, because mid-year I got another offer, and I left to go to a private school. So yeah, and now I'm back. Of course, I don't have the same principal, because my principal retired. She did 38 years and went home to Georgia, where she now is just living her best life. But she still serves on student support boards and education boards for the state of Georgia. And I believe, don't quote me on this, but I want to say she's on the, my phone is ringing, but I want to say that she is on the board of trustees for a local university there as well. So she was doing a lot of great things. She was one of the best principals I ever had. And since then, I've had some great ones. Shout out to Teasley, who is my instructional leader here. And of course, Dr. Simmons is amazing as well. Miss Fogelquest. I can just go on and on about great principals. And I've really been blessed with some amazing people. But I've also had some horrible administrators as well. But Dr. Hale, she's the first one I've ever had. And she just really invested in, I wouldn't say me, but she invested in all of us. She was an incredible principal. So anyway, I could go on and on about her, because I just love her. But yeah, I miss her. But the principal I have now came from Chicago, and she is amazing. She was a mover and shaker there, and she's a mover and shaker here. And I knew her before, because when I was in administration, I actually got to know her from a conference, a teacher conference I went to way back 2013. And I met her there, we crossed paths, and she was on TV, she was on the news, because she had gotten an award in Chicago. So we met there, she was a speaker, and she met after, and we just kept in contact. We exchanged Twitter names, and we would DM each other all the time, or retweet each other. And then it grew into phone numbers, and then we were in a group chat, because now I'm in a teacher's group chat, and then I have an administrative group chat, then I'm in a district group chat. So we all just keep in contact. So when one of our teachers got promoted this summer to take over the school, she did it. She was there for the first 2 weeks of school. Then she was like, I can't do it. So all of a sudden she was up and resigned. No comment on that. So anyway, when, we're gonna call her Liz. When Liz took over, I was just overjoyed. I was excited, because Liz is amazing, and I know her like that, because she's like, hey Jay, I'm like, hey Liz. So yeah, it's like old friends. But she's a really good principal, and she's a real tough cookie, and she knows her stuff. She's well educated, and I could go on and on about her as well, because she is just really inspiring me to be great, and I'm just honored to serve under her as one of her admin support people. That's what I am. I'm not an administrator, I'm admin support. But at this school, it's not like the early college. In the early college last year, I was considered admin support. But when you get over into the high school in our district, they don't do admin support, because it's not a paid position. It's not even offered. So either you're in administration or you're not. Although, a lot of us, a lot of the roles that the people on my level, I'll say, we support the administration. We're the people you talk to when you can't get to them, or the people you deal with so that they don't have to handle that, specific area because they have so many other hats to wear. And yeah, I'm the gray area. And I like the gray area because admin support makes me feel better, and I feel like I qualify. When you say administration, it's like I ain't got no masters. I'm qualified for that. That's not me, and I ain't trying to get one. I'm good where I'm at. So yeah, but I'm blessed to be where I am, and I'm just really taking it day by day because I want to learn as much as possible because she has so much to teach me. And the people that she has hired, because she did have to clean house from top to bottom with certain positions and certain people because people were promoted based on friendship instead of skill. And she really changed how our campus was governed, and we're under restructure as well because we failed. When I left, we were high. Then, of course, like I said, that principal retired, and it was 2 other principals, and the school just wasn't doing so hot. So in an effort to restructure, they brought her in because she's really good at turnaround schools, and that's what we're doing right now. We're in the middle of turnaround because right now we are considered underperforming for the 3rd or 4th year in a row. So yeah, that is not cool because if you keep doing that, the state gonna take over the school. And you don't want that. So yeah, she's restructuring, rebranding, and redesigning everything from top to bottom. So I'm just excited, and I'm ready to learn because that's what it's all about. And I'm already learning a lot, and we're only our 3rd weekend. So yeah, but I got to get to work. I need to prepare for this meeting and make sure I have all of my supplies for the brief training I'm going to do after Ms. Reese finishes her presentation. So I might pick y'all up later, or I might not. I'm going to try to, though. In the meantime, in between time, I will see y'all next time. So the Ox, they in here being bad. Mr. Ingham. Then you got Dr. Simmons in my room.
Dr. Tina Turner.
She
Clean! Why y'all teaching her telling me clean? Ella! You see this stuff? This African American history. Clean! Cuss me! Tell all the teacher to read. Miss Summer gonna blame this summer.
You won't. Them poor people at NCCU were terrified of her.
They're like, oh my God.
They were looking at.
You got them laughing at. You got them laughing about me. That's wrong.
I'm sorry.
I think them people were scared for us. But we had open house. Open house was a success. Not a whole bunch of.
Cal is not listening. Look.
You don't have to explain it.
Cal is not listening. You love his unique personality, don't you?
I just wanted all the students to learn, and I wanted to.
Listen to her.
Shirt that says that, Cal.
She sound like she modeling for a superintendent. Go ahead, girl. Yeah.
Mr. P.
That's his you don't care face. That's his you don't care face.
Then that means you all wouldn't have been able to enjoy yourself because we were trying to help others get out the food.
Enjoy.
Cal, we try to do the same thing. Get away from Kyle, Kayla. You turn them words. He
But
said the only pretty thing up there is Miss
I
Blood.
guarantee next summer, Coach B gonna make sure y'all,
Whoa.
Ooh,
Whoa.
session.
Whoa.
Where are you gonna be next summer?
Mr. Ingram and Miss Angela Munt, they're
That's
gonna
ain't
make
gonna have to see
sure.
you next
What
week.
about your
Cal.
video
I'll
with
put my
3
name in
lights?
They're gonna make sure next year.
Open house was a success while she over there trying to promote me. Open house was great.
When you get that call, because you're my reference.
I quit. My advice is if you don't like or you don't agree with administration or administrative, how they function and stuff like that, take it to them first. Like, it has to be dealt with. It should not be something that hinders the way that you work and how you flow. And as I advise teachers, if you're not cool with something, take it to that administrator. That's number one. Number two is never forget the vision and the mission of why you're here or at whatever campus you're at. And, you need to be committed to the vision just as much as you should be committed to the administration of the people. Because at the end of the day, you're here for your students, you're here for your kids, and to make a difference. And to make sure they are getting what they deserve, which is quality education and the absolute best version of who we are as educators. And when you allow other things like administration, and I know that there are really good administrators like we have at my school, and then you have other administrators who are not so good, which I've also worked under and right now am working with in other campuses. So, and you have to kind of handle it accordingly, but at the end of the day, you can't let it ruin what you have set out to do, because students still need to be educated, no matter how you feel, no matter what you like, no matter how frustrating things get. Your kids need their favorite teacher to keep being their favorite teacher. My child is dancing on the camera. But they deserve that. And sometimes we get so blinded by the annoyances in the building, the crazy administration, or another teacher down the hall who's just running her mouth too much, that we can't focus on what we have set out to do. And before we, now he's shouting, am I preaching good? Before we can even get the year started, we're already going through some of this stuff, and it's like it's not worth it. And I see both sides, but I do not argue, because I was just taught that you don't argue with people's perception, and I've learned that to be true. People are going to think whatever they want to think. They're going to feel however they choose to feel, and you cannot change their mind. So what I do is I suggest, and either they'll take it or leave it. If they take it, then wonderful. If they leave it, then wonderful. But after that, I have nothing else to say, and I cannot allow myself to get contaminated. And that happens a lot too. Like right now, a lot of people won't like a lot of things because someone else has said they have a grievance about it, and then they go home and they think about it, and before you know it, you have this whole alliance, and then half of the people involved in the alliance don't even know what they're allying for. So it's just a mess. And at the end of the day, now you have a sticky situation, a horrible work environment, and you're distracted because you are being nosy and commenting on things that don't need to be commented on, or your administration is just being, jerks, and the kids cannot learn. And this is just me. I know that I'm called to be a teacher. I know that is not something that I woke up one morning and decided to do. I know for a fact it is something that I was put here on the earth to do. And at the end of the day, that's what it's all about for me. Everything else is secondary. And I can't get distracted by other people and their emotions and be so caught up in that I can't do what I was put here to do. And that's better the education system, little by little, every day in my classroom. Reach a child who has never been reached. Teach them the materials they need to better the quality of their life, because the stuff I'm giving them is not the stuff to keep them busy, but it's to help them think another way, understand another way, to be a better version of themselves, and to better the quality of the future that is waiting for them, because they are going to be citizens here in America who are going to be great people and do great things and open businesses or lead communities or even lead in different parts of the nation. So I have to make sure that I'm equipping them for their next level, because they're going to 6th or 7th grade next year, and they need to be at their best. And it starts with me. And it has to be modeled, and it has to be practiced, and it has to be demonstrated. Which all seems like the same thing, but it's not. Modeling, like showing, demonstration and modeling are the same thing. But practice means I need to make them do it as well. I need to make them, be held to that standard and demonstrate that standard to their peers. And it all starts with us. So I said everything that I'm saying is, I don't care where you are, and I know it's difficult because some of us are blessed to have great admins. Some of us are not. And I work in I work at a school, then I work at a nonprofit. The after school extended day program is a nonprofit. And I see both worlds. I have a great leader and a leader that's a work in progress. And I can't be distracted by that. I have to just make sure I'm doing my job and be at my best for my students, because just because things are said that I don't agree with doesn't stop the fact that education and impartation and love and relationship can't happen in my classroom. They have to happen. They have to happen. No matter how I feel, no matter what it looks like, no matter what's been said, no matter how I'm treated, I still have to be the great teacher that I am. And I'm a great teacher because I do everything that I do in spite of the environment around me. So you just have to make sure that is your concept as well, and that you never give up and you don't get weary in your in your well-doing. And the Bible tells us that we are not supposed to despise the day of small things, but, learn to enjoy it instead, because it's worth it in the end. But that's all I have for y'all. That was my teacher moment. I really hope that I encourage you to stay at this school, to stay in your profession. And to those of you to whom this does not apply, because you have wonderful administration like I do, shout out to Miss Dozier. I just think we have to be grateful that we have great principals to lead us, because not everybody has that, and not every business has a good leader. I love my principal because she's amazing, and I looked at her the other day and I was like, Dozier, you're just awesome. You're just awesome. I just watching her walk down the hallway with her radio and just do her thing, where it's like she knows every student already. She has a rapport with every teacher. It's like, man, you're just amazing. Just watching her work inspires me to be a better teacher. And knowing that she is the person that I get to call my principal and my supervisor is a privilege. This guy back here in the back is making fun of me. He did the violin gesture. You gonna do it again? Pull out your violin. Let us see. Oh, you're gonna really do that to me. So now you're not gonna do it because I have the camera on you. That is very disrespectful. Like, I can't believe you did that. Wow. Okay. The whole time I'm talking, he's playing with this ball and bouncing it and just moving and clapping and dancing and stuff while I'm trying to have a serious heart-to-heart to my teacher friends, y'all. If you think you have a rough career or a rough life, just remember Coach B, who has 5 different job descriptions and a child who is crazy.